Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn north side as, or south side as, the blue austere player, we have slesh, I think. Spawn top left side as the red Soviet forces, we got a foreign name. I can't never tell you that's Japanese or Chinese. I think that's Chinese. The problem is I can never tell those two languages apart. It's easy to tell Korean apart from either of them. Korean has a lot of tiny circles. I just see a lot of circles in Korean. By the way, when it comes to the initial build order, we do have conscripts versus MG42 versus Grenadiers, so pretty much all standard. Wehrmacht, or the Austrian player, can go for German infantry doctrine. Very fun doctrine. 251 half-track, 5-man squads. Both of them very good. And also you get a much more effective flamer car. German infantry doctrine is a good doctrine. Jaeger infantry doctrine is nice, has a lot of good abilities. And of course got the mobile defense doctrine, which has definitely not as great as anymore, but still can be quite nice. Overall, I would like to see German infantry. That's a fun one. Nothing's more fun than 5-man flamers. Second combat engineers deployed in the field. That's a little less common. For the Soviet player, could see guard and motor coordination. Got the standard. I'm going to focus on this fight for enough time frame. Actually does manage suppression there, mostly when the guys are a little bit out. Does take a bit of danger. Conscript does take a bit of danger. Commandeer is trying to flank around. Commandeer actually vaults, and he is in range of the MG, both in front and outside of the fence. And the conscripts need to fall back too soon. I don't think he needs to pack up or get the pioneers or pack up at time. He should have just stood there and fought. More grenadiers straightforward. Though then again, there was this conscript squad there, which was actually out of vision range of making that angle to look at the angle of the MG. So that's why he packed on up. Grenadiers advancing. Conscripts currently hitting the pioneers. Now they're rotating the grenadiers. However, we've got flanking grenadiers here, and that is flanking shots. These squads do fall back. Pioneers are severely wounded. And the conscripts are starting to fall back now. Back to the doctrines. Of course, got the guard and mortar coordination tactics. Pretty much a stable doctrine. You got the guard rifles combined arms tactics. Good mix of units. KV-1's very nice. I can never make the ML-20 work. I can make the F-18, but never the ML-20. All because it has to have 4-man squads and 6-man squads. And of course, we got the very familiar face of the airborne troop tactics. We've got this truck folding case of barbed wire. In double layers on that side there. This barbed wire is actually probably ineffective if we were to select this MG42. Yep, there's still spots for heavy cutter there. And also some over here as well. Barbed wire is not exactly perfect in this game, honestly. It's of course meant to be a movement denial tool, not a cover denial tool in general. We do have another squad of grenadiers on the build queue. We also have a mortar on the field. Good mix of Wehrmacht forces. He does have grenadier bulletins and a Panzerfaust bulletin. Over here, just conscript bulletins. Also, I think the reload faster could be swapped out for the 5% cooldown bulletin.
The new grenadier squad is ready.
More grenadiers have been deployed. We have now doctrine selected, the guard motor coordination tactics. Battle phase 1, which could give him the 250 half track. You have one squad of flamer engineers on the field. Inside this garrison, there's combat engineers falling on back, all the way back here. Do you have medics back here with the Soviet player? No structure though at the moment. Conscripts do take a bit of damage from negative cover. Mortar firing away. I think that's trying to actually firing up here. Oh, smoke barrage. Very nice. Not super important. Though he isn't smoking targets, he's going to try to decapture point while in combat. He has gone for German infantry. Hopefully we'll see a 250 half track relatively soon. Just needs a bit more fuel. He is going for tier 2 instead. Grenadiers I put some heavy cover there. He's sort of stuck behind the light cover. And this garrison only has 2 windows on the side, so the Grenadiers will win out if given enough time. More smoke there. He does get the D capture, but the Grenadiers need to fall back at this point in time. He's not going to capture the point. Most certainly stall it out, and that is the cutoff point, so stalling out it will be very nice. But he is very prone to being wiped at the moment. Hikes up some mortar, probably from auto attack. Nope, just bring an auto barrage. And he's very clumped up. One model goes down. Next mortar. Got a pretty good hit there. Could have been worse.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
It all comes down to mortar hits. Pioneers cannot defeat conscripts. Great mortar hit there, but the Pioneers have already lost the fight. Do have the MG42 behind some heavy cover there, and it's safe enough position. Grenadiers in light cover as well. Mortar trying to hit the conscript squad. This conscript squad is pushing way forward. You have a 222 half-track, or not half-track, armored car, scout car, now being blown in view. It's going for a half-track, probably for quarter half-track. Quarter half-track will be a hard counter to 222.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Bit of splash hit there. Flame Engineers behind some good heavy cover. We do have the 5-man squad upgrade on that single Grenadier. Everyone gets a Stormgewehr. I missed that audio line. 2-2 firing away, force back the combat engineers. This conscript squad is falling back, so Flame Engineers here. With the 5-man squad upgrade, he still retains rifle grenade ability, and the field first aid ability is now 0 munitions cost, which makes it far more usable. Though still a little bit more difficult to use, but now you can just spam it out no problem and not have to worry about the munitions cost. Grenadiers do take a bit of damage. We do have the half track. We do have a guard squad loading the deploying field. He could load the guards back of the half track. He is going for quad. If he would have loaded, not upgrade the quad, he could have loaded back the half track and go for some drive-bys.
We have an isolated sector.
Quad half track pushes way forward, trying to hit that mortar half, or not mortar half track, just regular mortar. 2-2 Panzerfaust does get a nice burst there. Grenadiers do take the volley there. 2-2 taking out hits. We do not have 80 grenades, and that was a little bit of bluff there. But he's pushing forward. He's way too wounded. Guards coming for a nice little flank, so that 2-2 is done for. Mortar could start barrage in last location the quad half track. He did also lose a Grenadier in the mix of it. He lost the 5-man squad upgrade. Graded 1. Probably lost to the guards. I see a pile of corpses there.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
We do now have the stormtroopers spawn field with MP40s. It's a shame that the stormtroopers don't get a 5-man squad upgrade to make them actually a bit more usable.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Mortar scatters a little bit wide. Ambush, or ready for our ambush. 2-2 Carcass in a good position to provide heavy cover to his opponent. And thanks to conscripts for firing behind heavy cover, Grenadiers moving around. It's going to be easy win there for the conscripts. The heavy cover does get destroyed by that mortar. Grenadiers push forward. We got the ambush assault there on the stormtroopers. Does find the quarter half track getting ripped apart by it. Of course, the ambush assault does slow down even the retreat. Bit of splash damage hit there on the combat engineers. Pioneers moving around. Do have the conscripts catch at that point. More sandbags now being deployed in the field.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
Pack 4 deployed in the field. Flamer get an excellent burst on that Grenadiers. Grenadiers need a fully withdrawal. He could try to back on off to get some medical supplies himself, but he's just way too close to the enemy.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Mortars raining on in. Comm engineers bound there, quite wounded. Engine 4-2 lines some shots over here, but does fall back nice and early. Oh, that's the pause button. I was trying to click on the player. Battle Phase 2 has not been researched. He has enough fuel to get it researching, but he would be very far from everything else. So player has, of course, his tier 3, has enough fuel for his own tier 4. So right now it looks like the Soviet player is doing quite well for himself. Comm engineer is trying to flank the Pack 40. Mortar firing off one last shot. Grenadiers retreat forward. Mortar squad needs to start falling back. The flame engineers need to start falling back. Well, it does use the ambush assault. He's trying to go with the wipe. Looks like he will not finish it off. M442 firing away, does get a burst off, does get a heavy cover, but man's getting enough suppression going. Wooden Grenadiers are advancing. No upgrades, he's playing missions for it though. M442 engaging the quad, Pack 40 connects. Pack 40 does not fire again. Grenadiers trying to fall back there. Guards do have DPs. We do now have tier 4 being built by the Soviet player. By the time that gets fully complete, he probably has enough for a tier 4 76. At the moment in time, that would be very nice. Good mortar hit there. Run off of a drink that's near me, so you may hear it open. My apologies. There we go. Yep, all here is just mortars firing away against each other. Stormtroopers did not advance too far forward there. Mobilizers, triple, looks like all the conscripts have been upgraded with the 7-man squad upgrade. Quarter half track, Zis gun still a little bit idle there.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Trying to destroy some of these sandbags. Grenadiers trying to decapture the central VP.
Can now repair their own vehicles.
120mm mortar firing away over there. Plus it's hitting over here.
Enemy forces are securing
Looks like it's going to be hitting this gun, Grenadier, next. This guy is a bit of light cover there. This mortar hit could be pretty accurate. Got a pretty good hit there. Also destroyed some sandbags. MG42 pushing his way forward as well.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Mortar barrage there from the Granops Warfare. Mortar barrage, 102mm mortar trying to hit this Pioneers. The other stormtroopers were in hiding state. If units push forward, they will get a pretty good shot off. Besides just advance. Binds immediately to a quad half track, needs to throw a smoke grenade, throws incendiary grenade onto the 120mm mortar. Pack 40 does connect onto the quad half track. And the 120mm mortar may get wiped on out. Ghosty does get wiped on out there, so another stormtrooper pushes forward to grab himself a free 120mm mortar. Grab that. That's such a good asset to steal. This gun either shoots that mortar. Because he's hitting the Pack 40 instead. Incendiary grenade onto the guards.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
T-34 85 on now on the field. Pack 40 does connect onto the T-34-85. Don't see any landmines to hit that T-34. Grenadier's trying to rotate around, trying to get some Panzerfaust soft going. The 120mm mortar has been obtained by the Wehrmacht player. Pack 40 does get decrewed. Panzerfaust 1 and 2 are firing. MG42 does get decrewed. Another Pack 40 build queue. Conscripts may on to steal that this or Pack 40. That would be very nice. Mortar needs to start barraging the Pack 40 as well.
Our industry grows.
Does decrew the gun immediately. Very nice.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Foes are behind our lines. Headquarters attacked. Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Looks like T-34-85 still backing on off. Doesn't take too much extra damage. This gun does go down. Another stormtrooper does fall back there.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Pack 40 is set on up. This guy's pushing forward. This Pack 40 did get forward short. That could have been from the mortar barrage, honestly. A Incendiary grenade has been thrown. And does get a little bit of healing there going. Does get Infectious 1 healing out of combat. Good 120mm mortar hit there on the 7-man conscript squad. Good splash hits there. Does use another tactical assault, but the problem is you take more damage or have higher received accuracy to get ripped apart pretty quickly. Great mortar hit there. Does not lose that stormtrooper. This T-485 now trying to clean up this gun. Or Pack 40. This gun also gets a good shot there. Captain MG may go down there. Great shot there in the regular mortar. Pack 40 connects. We are now for the Fatherland activated. Rolls another miss there. Panzerfaust does connect onto the quad half track.
The enemy is taking our territory. has been. Our base is under attack.
Does capture up the Pack 40, gonna rotate around. Oh yeah. 120mm mortars are just nice to have, whether they be stolen or not. Pack 40 misses the T-485.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Conscripts on the captured MG42 set on up. Stormtroopers do fall back there. This gun does get a good shot down the quad, knocking half itself down. And next shot does take it out. Doesn't really have to worry about shooting down aircraft. It's very unlikely to shoot down the fragmentation bomb before it drops its bombs. MG42 set on up, trying to fire against these conscripts. Next mortar, double mortar hit there, nails that conscript. I can't tell you what I like more, the 120mm mortar or the US Pack howitzer. Both of those assets are just very nice to have. And they're roughly the same amount of manpower. I think they are. They're both 340, right? I just remember when the Pack howitzer used to cost 400 manpower. Do now have a Katusha on the build queue. Was that demolition charge? I think that may have been a Stormtrooper booby trap. And that's this gun needs to fall back, get some healing. The Verrock player has 200 field at the moment, has Battle Phase 2. Against a T-485 and a Katusha, Panzer IVs would be very nice. Problem is right now it's manpower. We could save him for a burn bar.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Rude hit there in the Pioneers. So that shot was going to nail them.
We are losing a sector.
Better healing that Stormtrooper.
Are securing our territory.
Let's get a good shot there on the T-476. Grenadiers will take a bit of damage, so here Katusha Brawl's running on in. Does nail the MG, hits the Grenadiers, hit the Pack 40. Gets a lot of good hits there. T-485 needs a little bit of repairs, nothing too significant at the moment. You have a Panzer IV in the build queue. Right now, maybe even a Stug would be a little bit better. Hard to say. The barrel players right now just out of manpower, though, with a good amount of fuel reserve. If you just focus on manpower income, you could try to get a second Panzer IV out as well. I do now have the Stormtroopers push their way forward.
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
Panzer IV now deployed in the field. Smoke barrage running on in. So it looks like it's going to be a large miss. I think he thought he would be next to the stone fence. Stormtroopers were not in hold fire state, so they did reveal themselves there. Rolls and miss there. Does get a pen there on the T-485. Grenadiers are trying to decap to that point. Pack 40 sitting on up, trying to get a shot there on the T485. Conscripts sort of just live idle there. Mordic is a good shot into them.
We have 300 points remaining. Our
Grenadiers do get fully pinned down. And the Pack 40 does get hit there a little bit as well. Pack 40, maybe just trying to force her to fire the ground or something. Katusha Barrage or hits the Pack 40 a little bit. Those keep on there. Is this going to get some good shots on that Panzer IV?
defend our headquarters.
Also got plinked a little bit there by PTRS fire.
The enemy is attempting
Mark target on the Panzer IV.
sector. The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Stormtroopers push straight forward, trying to get some damage on that Grenadier. I got another fragmentation bomb run there, or maybe that's the first. MP40 squad's getting ripped apart though. Those incendiary grenade. Conscript is this gun there. Got some stormtroopers camouflaged along the flank. Small splash hit there, nothing too significant. Smoke barrage in the back line. M42 does hit the Grenadier, does suppress it. T485 straight forward, got two T485s now in the field. Pack 40 does connect onto one of them. That is the fresh one. The other one does take a good hit there, could receive double Panzer Faust. The other one is starting to overrun the Pack 40. Panzer 40 needs to start pushing forward. Katusha Barrage will roll some misses there, and the Pack 40 does get on out of there. And now T485 is starting to fall back now. We have a mark target in the Panzer IV, so maybe we'll not want to cool off a little bit. Does take a pen there. One more pen, it should go down.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Does go down there. Instead of VP trying to be recaptured by the Grenadiers. And now the variant player has no armored assets. A vehicle crew repair activated by the Soviet player. A relatively rare ability, but useful if you lack of commandeers. He does have two on the field at the moment. 120mm mortar trying to smoke up the VP. Grenadiers do get fully pinned down.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Stormtroopers spotted, has prioritized fire turned on.
Target vehicle marking available.
Trying to pursue that conscript a little bit, gain some decent damage, but does get suppressed. British barrage raining on in. Everything's starting to fall back there. We do have the commandeers heading down south. This booby trap was detected. Another booby trap up here, which you could actually trigger with the secure mode of the T-3485. Conscripts push way forward, does take a bit of damage. Mortar range a little bit short. Grenadiers and stormtroopers push way forward. Right now, the Axis player has 252 tickets versus 306. T-3485 push way forward. This gun or Pack 40 does get destroyed there. We do have another mark target on the Panzer IV. We see more misses there, so the Panzer IV is going to be just fine for the time frame. Pack 4 is trying to set them up and get a good shot off.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
Nope, looks like one of the squads went down. Wasn't paying attention to that. May have been a guard squad up here. Not sure. Oh, the game sort of lagged there a little bit. Maybe that's related. Yeah, Insomnia's card and kick in. Hands 4 firing away, and you know, I am not so sure who's back after the game. Both, it's. I honestly have no idea. We could wait a moment to see who backs out the game, but I think maybe somebody disconnected. Because both these players are not in a position to actually surrender. And usually this, and when the pause happens, usually somebody gets knocked out of the game, whether it be through, I think, leaving the game or get desynced, bugs splatted, not sure. Can't fast forward either. There's a telemine there. It is swept though, so that's not from being triggered at the moment. Yeah, I am not sure. Game seems pretty well stuck, so I'm probably gonna end the cast now.